Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over something I personally hold near and dear to my heart, something super fun, finding products you can sell on Amazon with $1,000 or less. Let's get into it. All right, cool. So we are here. I'm just going to get going. I don't really want to waste too much of either of our time. So one thing I generally will do, you could see here some of my recent searches as I was preparing for this video. Cheap stuff, cheap toys, right? I just had the idea of toys. Now you could do this with any market. You could just put decor, you put cheap room decor. When you're looking for, now this is something that a lot of people will actually do. If you were to look up the search volume, it's kind of high. People will just impulsively buy like little toys. Not a lot of people have, can't buy the best toys, so cheap toys. Right, and then we could actually pull up Jungle Scout right on this, and then what I'll generally do is I'll sort by like average customer review. But I'm curious to see what like just this page looks like. So 53 reviews. I'll generally start by looking at revenue to review ratio. So what I mean by that is, in a market like this, where this isn't actually a market, but in like a source of product ideas like this, just from a simple search term like that, there's 100,000 results. So I'll generally start by just looking for people who have low reviews. So 147, what's that? Okay, that's Disney, that's Toy Story. You see the brand there. We're not going to Lego. We don't want to sell that. But this caught my eye, right? That's obviously a private labeler. They only have 53 reviews and they're doing 50,000 a month. And right below them, 20,000 with 81. And then we have 10,000 with 76. So those are, kind of numbers that I like. It might be a brand that I'm not familiar with. Jojo Siwa, I don't know what that is. Cool. And then 51, so that's Disney again. Okay, let's go back to that little target practice toy thing. Let's check this out. What do you guys think about this? Let's aim for 155 likes on this video. Everyone that watches this gives it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. About 80% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed. Real simple to do. Just click subscribe button right below my head. So this is doing really good. They launched in July of this year, and they've just been getting better since then. Looks like they ranked really, like this is a really healthy ranking chart. They just keep going down in rank. It is a random brand electronic shooting target scoring auto reset. Cool. I guess it's for like Nerf guns. Now their pictures are actually kind of upsetting me. There's no lifestyles. Okay, this doesn't count as lifestyle because it's like on a white background. These are just all edited. Like any one of these could be a main picture essentially. So there's definitely improvement that can be made there. Reviews are 4.5, so that's pretty good. Let's come down here and check. And now, as you know, we don't really want to look, or maybe you don't know, we don't really want to look at any one product too much. It's really, you want to get a market consensus. The item on Switch was non-functional, ordered another one, same issue. Okay, that's not good. Piece of junk. So it's either 5 or there's not too many bad reviews, but that's why we want to go see what the market has to say. Shooting target scoring. So since there's so many random keywords that this could be ranking for, what I'm actually going to do is probably start by putting their ASIN into Jungle Scout, Keyword Scout, and just kind of see where we are there. Because you want to make sure you're using the most searched term, or else what you're seeing may be totally different than what the reality of that market is. Okay, Nerf guns, obviously no, we're not going to try and rank for that. Toy guns could be relevant, but this is more of the target. Nerf gun targets, that one probably, but you don't want to really rank for Nerf. Toy gun targets, maybe, that makes sense. Toy guns, boys, okay. Yeah, why don't we try, I guess Nerf gun targets. Just for the sake of knowing that that's actually getting searched, but we could also just cut it down to toy gun targets. Nerf gunt. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can see it's basically that one. It was it that one? I lost it because I didn't open a new tab, like total rookie. Cool, so let's open up Jungle Scout just on this market altogether. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, right off the bat, if the revenue loads in good, the reviews are not bad at all. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. Sales price is actually low, which is awesome. So we're looking for things that you could sell for under $1,000. Looks like the fees are about $574. This is going to depend on dimensions and weight. So if you look up the Amazon FBA fees chart, anything under 18 inches on the longest side is going to stay out of oversized. If it's longer than 18 inches on the longest side, it will go into small oversized, in which case your fees will go from being $4 or $5 to being, $8.50. So it's quite a big jump there. So not that that's an issue, but specifically when you're trying to keep it a low budget, you want to look out for that. So just doing your due diligence on that side of things. Now, as a whole, great. We get that there's demand, okay? It was that brand, I think I remember that. There's demand, there's tons of demand. This is probably getting really big for Q4, so one thing I do want to see is that it is not seasonal. So I'm really just going over everything I'm thinking about right now. And the best way to look at this is past 5 years. Then you'll see parts of the years that jump. And that's got to be Christmas, I would guess. That's Christmas, yep. So it looks like they probably get the toy for Christmas. Nerf gun targets go up every year at January 1st. So that's what I was suspecting. Right now we're about here. Yeah, 30th to the November 5th. So we're right before it's about a jump. And then we'll probably be in for Christmas. So we can't expect to catch these sales because we'll still be ranking. We'll be expecting. So the demand is actually probably going to be similar to what it is now. Because really we have these spikes, yes, but it's not that it's dead the rest of the year. For instance, if we compare this to something extremely seasonal like a wreath or something, that's like, it's dead after that. So yeah, it's like it jumps, but it stays kind of at that 50 line there. So I think it could be okay. Now let's go over to pricing because that's really where this starts to matter. Let's do Nerf gun targets. So assuming you want to order between 100 to 200 units for a first order with about 1,000, I'd say that's reasonable. You have to have your all-in cost be $4 or $5, depending on, if you're going with only 100 units, you can get away with those $5.50, $6, including shipping. But I would say the 4, 5, 6 range is where you want your all-in cost to be. So that means that your product has to be $2, $3, $4, and shipping has to be, $1 and change or less. So these are looking familiar, aren't they, guys? Look at this. I actually remember having this one when I was a kid, the floating target. Now, is anyone doing that? Because that would be interesting, an interesting differentiation. And then you would just want to really crank down on your branding and make it look like a reputable toy company. So someone's doing it with the gun, $29.99. I know that one's a little bigger. You might have issues too, and people would lose the balls and stuff. Let's see. I'm just gonna check it out really quick. Not to get too off topic, but a lot of you guys said, I asked you specifically, do you like when I kind of have no real intention during the video and just go over everything that I'm thinking about? And mostly everyone said yes. That's what I love most about it. I like seeing your thought process. So there's really no strict layout I'm trying to follow for this. So what I'm seeing here is $250 to $490. Take that with a grain of salt. What it ends up being, I don't know. We'll have to get quotes for that. But it's a really good starting point. It shouldn't be dramatically different than that. I don't love how it's electronic. That's probably not a great first product with under $1,000. And then the customization is most of the time they won't change like that little company name on the front unless you order like 500. So I would say for this, probably no. But it's not out of the question, right? So here's what I really want you guys to focus on would be what is my entry into that market? What do I need to change? Here's a task for you. Go read every review on page 1. Okay, go do that. Then you'll know your target audience. Sounds tedious, but hey, no one said this was easy, right? So cool. Let's actually, we'll go to like cheap toys. Okay. Now let's go to like page 4 or 5. And what we'll do is we'll actually sort by average customer review. And maybe we'll even reopen Jungle Scout just on page 1 here. Okay. Cool. So let's see. We're kind of looking for the. If there's anything really, it doesn't really matter at this point. We're just looking for something kind of unique. A baby teething raccoon. That's cute. That's doing really good. Hover soccer ball. Dig up dinosaur eggs. Okay, TP tent for kids. That's not going to be, you're not going to be able to launch that with under 1,000, but I am really interested in that. So really, I mean, I'm just looking for, there's not any one thing I'm going by. It's a combination of, we already know the reviews are pretty low. I'm kind of looking for anyone who's doing about 200 sales a month. That's pretty low, but again, this is kind of for the beginners video. You don't need to go into anything crazy competitive. This is just to get your feet wet here. Kids cleaning set. Too big. Okay, so we have to factor that in. We're realistically going to need something that's kind of generic Amazon FBA product, and that's really kind of what you have to do when you only have $1,000 to start with. You got to go small, really, because it's going to be a lot of space if you pick something rather large, shipping wise. You know, I've seen these before, these doodle mats, water doodle mats. It's pretty saturated. I don't know how I would really enter that, and there's not really too much wrong with what's there. Sometimes the most important question you could ask yourself is just, does this customer really need another option for this? Most of the time it's going to be no. Like, you know, they have plenty of options. Why would they pick mine, kind of thing. I could see that being kind of good. So subjective though. Like, how do you know which style trucks and what colors they want? Why don't we get out of toys? Why don't we just do decor or something? Toys is a little bit challenging. Sometimes I get caught up in my safety net of arts, crafts, and sewing and home and kitchen. So I thought it'd be interesting to go out. And you could keep looking too. Macrame picture display. So we're gonna go, I'm not really sure, so whenever you're not sure, just check it out in Keyword Scout. If you don't have Jungle Scout already, there'll be a link in the description. I do get a little kickback from that. I appreciate it for all the free content, and you get a bit of a discount too. It's a software that I love to use. Helps my business a lot. Macrame, what the hell was I doing? Picture? Frame? No, what was it called? Not that. Hanging photo display. Macrame. Macrame hanging photo. Let's just leave it there. Let's see what they say. Macrame photo display has 150 searches, which is pretty low. But if you got every one of those people to buy at $10 each, then there's $50 a day. So why don't we just do hanging photo display? So photo string with clips. Photo clips on string. So that's looking better search volume wise. And then you could target all of these photo clip string. That actually has the most, so let's do that. Cool. So I would guess that this is the main market, and then the Macrame one was a spin-off, aka differentiation on this. Yeah, I've seen this before. I think that I've even gone over this on the channel. So I'm not going to go over this one. Maybe we could pull up Jungle Scout because I know someone's going to get upset. I'm curious too, honestly. It's really cheap, so that would be good. Maybe we'll stick around for a second. If the numbers are good, we will. Because it is so cheap that you could start it. Yeah, they're really good. Really good. You know, I'm focused more on monthly sales at this point. That's just showing where the demand is. 'Cause revenue is going to be, you know, monthly sales multiplied by price. So most people are buying at 10 bucks, 10 bucks, 12 bucks, 10 bucks. And then it doesn't necessarily, the cheap ones aren't necessarily doing the best. There is someone down here doing $15.99 at $20 or $16, sorry. They have the most reviews, so I would kind of discount that as an outlier. So you got to keep weighing things back and forth, right? Be objective. Don't just say, oh, they're doing great, I'm going to sell this. Well, look how many people are selling it, right? So there is a lot of competition here. There's so many listings that what's the void that you're filling? How are you going to stand out? What does this target audience want specifically? What are their most common complaints? Go figure those questions out and then start working that into your first product. So let's go see. Photo, clip, string. $1.05 to $1.21 per piece. That's pretty good. Order 250 for 300 bucks. Shipping too, of course. Multicolored ones, I personally don't like that look. The multicolored lights, I think those are a little bit hideous. But hey, you know, if you like those, okay. It's no big deal. Let's see. So yeah, they're all very kind of ubiquitous price-wise. Like everyone's about $1 to $3. So we're good there. We really just want to come up with a differentiation. And I'll save that for another video. I will save that for another video. I already have that video, and I'm going to link it down below. So that's where we're going to leave this, guys. I think we've done pretty good. We have come across a few that, you know, so basically to wrap this up, what you're looking for is you don't want to give up on the principle of adapting an innovation and focusing on a customer-based differentiation, not a competitor-based differentiation. And like I said, if you know, this is, I guess this could be seen as like part one of going into differentiation. Now, once you have something that's within your price range, you really have to start figuring out who is your target audience, what problems are they trying to solve by purchasing this, if it's specifically for design, what design are they looking for, what price range sells the best. These are all things you have to have in mind. Like I said, if you want to continue watching and kind of see how I would differentiate products, go ahead and look in the description below. You can also find some of my other resources there, like monthly coaching. I'm almost always sold out, but hey, you can try. We got my free courses. So there's tons of stuff. If you really want to get started on Amazon, this is a great place to start. And thank you guys for sticking around and watching. Hopefully you all leave a like and subscribe. But other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Later. Headbutt.